make a lot of Nerf blaster mods, and I mean a freaking lot, man. There's a whole wall behind me full of modified blasters. There's a whole playlist you can check out, and I'm never gonna stop. It's the best part of this hobby, in my opinion. It's kind of like building models, except for like you build a custom like Gunpla model or something, and it looks freaking crazy cool, and then it kind of sits on a shelf, and that's its life. It may get posed, but it sits on a shelf. Nerf is kind of the same way, except for then you get to go outside and shoot people with it. And yeah, some people just build cosmetic mods to build cosmetic mods, but there's also cosmetic mods that shoot really, really well, and that's kind of like what I like to try to do. I like to try to make things practical, and, well, there's a lot of modifications out there. Of course, I'm not the only one building modifications, and I rarely get a chance to talk about what everybody else is doing. And I have seen some wicked, wicked stuff that you've probably already seen, but I figure I'll just take the time to talk about my favorite freaking mods right now. This is not like a definitive list or anything like that. I just wanted to talk about a couple of my favorites right now, and who knows, maybe something of yours is there, and maybe something of yours will be there in the future. You never know. If you guys like this kind of stuff, I will definitely do more of them, but let's start off with something a little different. Let's start with whatever the heck this thing is. This was literally posted last night on the Fuzzy Walrus Industries Discord channel by Dodo31193. Link in the description if you want to join the Discord and see the post for yourself. It's not like something, there's not even Nerf on this, and that's probably the coolest part, and I don't necessarily condone making a drain blaster shoot single darts. In fact, I hope they load this up with 4 or 5 darts and then shoot it. Even then, that's probably still too powerful, but the concept and the execution are just perfectly right. It's basically the water pipe shotgun from Rust, except for it's a Nerf blaster. It's a drain blaster, wood furniture, hinge, some clamps, a barrel, and they say it works awesomely. I really hope it works awesomely because it looks freaking cool. And this kind of thing, like, it's jank. It's completely jank, but it's still awesome. I don't know how else to describe it. It's like, I want one. Would I ever use it in a war? Probably not. I don't think I could. But it's freaking cool. And it's just a completely different thing than anything else I'm going to mention, so I have to mention it. I look at the thing. Just look at it. Admire the majesty of this thing. Now, I do get a ton of comments asking me if I've seen X. And then I answer the comment and I say, yes, I have seen X. And every single time I answer that comment, 14 more pop up asking me if I've seen X. Chances are I've probably seen X, especially when it's, you know, one of the highest rated freaking posts on, like, Nerf Modders Welcome on Facebook and on the Nerf subreddit. I've probably seen it. Heck, I've probably commented on it in some form or another. And that's the case with the only hammer shot I will probably ever want more than anything, and that is Mr. Heathpants' break action hammer shot. It's not even about the cosmetics, although they are very good. It's the fact that ever since I have seen a Schofield revolver or any of the old style break action revolvers, I have wanted one. And they're not really something that's made anymore, per se, because revolvers are meant to shoot, like, usually nowadays high-powered cartridges, and revolver frames are good for that, but if you have a break-action one, they're, you know, it's kind of defeating the purpose. I mean, it's one of those weird dichotomies. As things have gotten stronger, things have kind of fell out of, everybody uses, you know, semi-automatic handguns, and I don't even know if there's, like, a cheap version of a break-action revolver that you can buy, but this thing is one of the single coolest blasters I've ever seen in my life. I have never wanted a hammer shot more. This is one of those where I don't even care about the performance, because I'm still fighting myself trying to get a hammer shot to get the acceptable level of performance in my opinion. This thing is just amazing. Look at it. I can't say anything more about it. If you haven't seen this, I feel sorry for you, because it's a freaking break action hammer shot. And I will, in fact I've already started, trying to build something in the same vein as it, because it's just amazing. I love the Legend Fire. It's an amazing blaster. Seriously, no joke, amazing blaster. And they basically just looked at the Legend Fire and went, oh yeah, no, I could do that to a hammershot, and then did it. Mr. Heathpants, you freaking crazy monster of a modder, you. Correct me if I'm wrong, and I most likely am, but I don't really think any blasters have sold regularly for as much as Hawkeye 007's has. The guy does phenomenal work. You would know that if you watched any of the freaking countless hours he was streaming building this thing. And that's only what he was streaming, not what he actually was doing off camera. And this is not even, it's not even fair, because you could take any one of his blasters and they're all phenomenal works. But this is his latest one, and there's something about it that I just really, really like. I'm not a fan of rifles, but the blue with the light blue with the black accents, phenomenal work. This guy, I don't even know if he's human, does some of the best, he does the best LED work I've ever seen. And I don't think anybody doesn't like LEDs. Take any blaster and shove LEDs on them, and you got something even better. There's no argument there. And the glass construct, this Raven freaking Zeus rapid strike, holy crap, is just amazing. Now, if I ever do get a chance to meet Hawkeye, I do want to slap him lovingly for destroying a brand new in-box Elite Raven, which he did on purpose, and he does do things on purpose, and I think that's in somewhat of bad form. But it's his money, he can do whatever he wants, and it still turned out beautiful, and it will still sell for a crap ton more, but it just seems like wasted potential in my opinion. You can just put an ugly green one in there, you're gonna cover it in 16 layers of freaking paint and clear coat and everything. You didn't need to destroy literally my favorite blaster color scheme next to like the whiteout long strike. But he did, and it turned out amazing. Of course, if you want to see the video on this thing, you can check it out in the description box below, or in the card in the corner. Holy crap. And he's not done, because of course he built Oculus Dawn, the Cursed Companion, which is another very beautiful hammershot, and of course Ethereal Fortress, and probably some other things I'm just forgetting. He showed off blasters like, I don't even know the name of them. They still look really good, but he has some standout projects, and I think the glass construct, I know a lot of people were saying it's not as good as his previous works. I really like this one. I really like it. I don't even like rifles. Speaking of rifle-ish kind of proportions, well, it wouldn't be fair if I didn't talk about one of the coolest... how do I even start this off? Mr. Nathan has this amazing ability to be like, I'm gonna pick into Walcom's brain, and I'm going to take all of the individual pieces that he happens to really like, unknowingly, and put them into an amazing freaking package that literally cannot be matched. He does, Hawkeye, amazing work, but Mr. Nathan takes things a step beyond. He is one of the experts when it comes to taking parts and gluing them together into a cohesive package. It's, again, inhuman. The Hellhound was amazing. The Jackal, oh, he got everything right with the Jackal. I love how he used a long shot front gun for the actual muzzle of the blaster, because the long shot front gun looks freaking cool. I like the squared off kind of boxy nature of this blaster. It's just awesome. And that's not something you see too often. Nerf blasters usually have very angled lines and stuff on them, and then there's the Rebel line, which are all kind of curvy, which are also really cool. But I like square things. I don't know what it is, but I like little square... Something about rectangles and squares just really appealed to me more than circles or triangles, and my gosh, has he hit the nail on the head with the Jackal. And I don't even know if his blaster's fully finished yet. This is just what he got done for the Merge Masters contest on the Nerf subreddit. But holy crap, man. And he doesn't stop. He's already doing another blaster. He's been actually building that one for God knows how long. He does a whole walkthrough called a mod-along on his channel, and nothing competes. It's just freaking, I spend freaking weeks on the stupid AK, and the freaking guy could do it in freaking a month and have it be way better, and It's not fair, man. You're too good. Way too good. Last but not least, there's no way I could not talk about this. People have sent it to me dozens of times. It's been everywhere. And it's the one thing I've wanted from Nerf since the very beginning. And it really upsets me that some person can just build it. And this isn't something that was really easy. It's something that's technically feasible. But it's not something that anybody can just do. It's not something that I can just look at and go like, oh yeah, I could totally build that, or I see what you did there. No, this is some freaking, like, space magic. This is a pump-action, shell-fed Sludgefire shell, Xeus 2. And it was also done, I believe, to a long shot, and he's also done it to a freaking Sentinel. I know you think that's like, oh, that's a dramatic pause. Walcom's just filling dead air. No, you would be entirely wrong. I don't know if you caught exactly what I just said right there, but pump action, Sledgefire shell, shooting with an internal magazine. What else do I have to say about this when it's the one thing, like, I was so excited for this piece of, because this is the closest thing I would ever get to that, and this isn't even a true shotgun, this is just a pump-action rifle, which is kind of depressing, because I want a shotgun, and this guy goes out and builds it. He just absolutely destroyed everything, and he continues to do it! He continues to put out blasters like this. And if you go to his channel, if you haven't figured out this is Mr. Heathpants again, if you go to his channel, he's doing a walkthrough on how to build one. With the STLs for the parts to print out and build. I would do it, but I don't own an Xeus. I wish he would have done it with a freaking more accessible blaster. Freaking, I got a couple of these. Man, it's like the one thing I've wanted since the Sledgefire, like, probably before the Sledgefire, but the Sledgefire was the one that made it possible. And I'm not mechanically inclined enough to try to clone this kind of thing, and I'm really hoping watching his videos will help me build my own. This is, bar none, the coolest blaster I have seen so far. It is absolutely mind-blowingly cool, and I just don't even know what else to say. The two of them from Mr. Heathpants, Gale, whatever. The guy is just freaking amazing. You and, like, freaking Mr. Nathan have to get together and then build a thing and then send it off to Hawkeye for him to shove LEDs all over in the thing, and then build a second one, and then send both of those to me so I can bolt them together and create the death machine. Like, man. Just, man. I know there's gonna be a lot of blasters out there that I missed, and I'm sure you guys will let me know down in the comment section all of your favorites, and I'd love to hear them, because there's probably some really good suggestions down there, and I would love to see them. And I would, if you guys like this kind of video, I'd love to do more of them, because I don't get enough chances to talk about this kind of thing. I don't know why it makes my stuff look like freaking junk, but whatever. Maybe they'll just push me to do better work. I'm Walcom S7, thank you very much for watching this video, and of course, I hope to see you in an entirely different one. And I keep saying this, but freaking this is different. Whatever.